Animated cartoons are extremely popular on YouTube, and today I'm going to teach you how I made an animated version of the Y files. This method is free and perfect for beginners, so everyone watching can follow along and make a video just like this.
Welcome to the Y Files, where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
Sure, Hecklefish. If by brains you mean the guy who thinks the moon is made of cheese.
Hey, I'm just saying, nobody's ever brought me a moon rock to prove me wrong.
Anyway, today we're diving into one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century, the Bermuda Triangle. Ships vanishing, planes disappearing, and compasses going haywire. Is it aliens, government experiments, or just bad weather?
Ooh, I vote aliens! It's always aliens.
Not so fast, Hecklefish. Let's start with the facts. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Over the years, dozens of ships and planes have reportedly vanished without a trace.
Dun dun dun!
Some say it's a portal to another dimension. Others blame underwater alien bases. But here's the thing, scientists have a much simpler explanation. Turns out, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. Combine that with unpredictable weather, strong currents, and human error, and you've got a recipe for disaster.
Oh, sure. Blame the humans. Next you'll tell me Bigfoot is just a guy in a furry suit.
Well, actually...
Don't even start, AJ. I've seen the footage. That guy's got moves.
All right, let's wrap this up. While the Bermuda Triangle is fascinating, the truth is probably less exciting than the myths. But hey, that's why we're here, to separate fact from fiction.
And to remind everyone that aliens are definitely real, right, AJ?
We'll save that for another episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember,
stay curious, stay skeptical, and always bring snacks for your local Hecklefish.
First, let's go over how to make this animation. Step number one is going to be getting a script for our video. So I'm going to head over to DeepSeek in order to get the script. Now that I'm here on DeepSeek, all I'm going to do is paste in this prompt which says, can you write me a short video script like the Y files? And I'm going to send that through, and DeepSeek is going to go ahead and create a script based off of that YouTube channel, the Y files. Now that we have our script, go ahead and paste in this prompt which says, now can you extract just AJ's part and also just Hecklefish's part? I have to run these through an AI text-to-speech tool, so I need just their speaking parts. This is going to make it a lot easier when we go to run it through the text-to-speech tool. Now that we have all of our characters' speaking parts, what we can do is come over to a text-to-speech tool. So I'm going to come over here to DupDub. Believe it or not, this is probably the most important part of the entire video that we're making, because when it comes to cartoon animations, the character's voice is extremely important. If it doesn't have a different range of emotions, it's just not going to fit that character right. So I was able to find on DupDub, I found some really good animation voices. Come back to DeepSeek and just highlight AJ's speaking parts. Copy that and come back over here to DupDub. Paste it in. Now I have all of his speaking lines and I can just run it all through at once. Now for the voice, I decided to go with this one, Furious Leopard. On the left hand side, you have all these different categories. When you click on animation videos, they got all different types of characters and animation voices. And believe it or not, I used the same voice for AJ as well as for Hecklefish.
Finally. A worthy opponent! Our battle will be legendary!
This voice has different range of emotions and it's really energetic, and it's going to be perfect for a cartoon animation. Now, in order to use this voice for two different characters, what I did was I just changed the pitch. Click on select for Furious Leopard. Come over here to where it says generate full text. When I click that, it's going to generate the voiceover and you'll be able to hear our voiceover.
Welcome to the Y Files, where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ.
Come back over to DeepSeek, copy Hecklefish's speaking part, and come back over to DupDub, paste that in, and then I'm going to change the pitch up to 4. So if I just increase that pitch, it's just going to give him a higher pitch voice and make his voice sound more like Hecklefish from the real YouTube channel. All right, and then I'm going to click on generate text and I'll get Hecklefish's voiceover.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
Now that I'm here on the Y Files channel, I'm going to show you a cool little trick on how I was able to build that cartoon scene for the background. Once I get to a part where it's AJ and Hecklefish and the scene in the background, I'll take a screenshot come over here to Claude AI. I'm going to put this prompt in that says, I just want you to describe the room and the fish tank. Please exclude the man in the image. Also, I want the description for a cartoon animation style of this image. And then I'm going to click on the paperclip and I'm going to go ahead and upload that image. Select all of this and I'll click copy. And I'm going to come over here to a free image generator called PicLumen. I will just paste in that prompt, click on this aspect ratio box, and make sure you choose 16:9. Send that through. Now here's our scene, and it's a cartoon animated version of the Y-Files scene. It's perfect, exactly what I was looking for. Now for the next step, we can clean this up a little. Come over here to Canva. And now all I'm going to do is add in a red box. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the white box, and we're just going to build the name tag. We're going to put in the text where it says hello, and then we're going to put in my name is, and of course we're going to put in Hecklefish written in like a handwriting type of font. Click on share, then download this. Come over to Photopea and we'll click on open from computer. Click on the image of the set that we just created. Come up here to where it says file, and we're going to click on open in place. Click on hello, so that is our sticker, and we're just going to scale it down, and we can place it right over top of the one that the AI created, since it doesn't look right. So now we can just block that off. And another little touch that we can do is come up here to where it says edit, go to transform and click on warp, and then we can just manipulate this just a little bit to where it makes it looks like the sticker is curved around the fishbowl. This is going to make it look more realistic. Instead of us just slapping it on there, we're going to give it a little bit of curvature with that warp tool. As you can see, it looks like the sticker is actually curved and placed on the fishbowl. So that is perfect. Export as PNG, because we have our perfect image for our background. Now that we have our background set and we have our voiceovers, we need to make our animated characters. So I'm going to come over here to Adobe Express, the free avatar creator. Click on create now. What I did was I found two characters that were perfect to recreate the Y-Files. I chose Mark. Click on background and make sure you click on custom color and choose a green background. Now we can click on browse right here, and we're going to upload our audio. Click on that audio that we downloaded from DubDub, and Adobe is going to animate this character for us. Now that Adobe is done, we have a lip-synced and animated character.
Welcome to the Y-Files, where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ.
Download this one, click on back, click on character, and let's find that fish. Bring him right in the middle. Click on replace audio, upload his audio. Click on Hecklefish's voiceover that we got from DubDub. Upload that. We have our animated Hecklefish character.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
This time we're going to record a silent version. So we're going to click on replace audio. And instead of uploading audio, we're going to click on record, and we're going to be silent. That way when Hecklefish is talking, we don't want our character talking, but we still want him animated. And it's going to animate our character, but this time it's just going to be silent. So if you watch closely, you can see that his eyes are still blinking, his head is still moving, yet he's not talking. So we're going to do the same exact thing with Hecklefish. I'll skip over that part right now because you guys understand the idea. Now that we have all of those recorded, we need to go over to CapCut to put everything together and create our video. Click on create project and import all those videos as well as our background. I'll bring this set down to the timeline. Let's bring in AJ, and once we bring in AJ and put him on top of the background scene, we're going to click on remove background and choose chroma key, and then click on that green around him, and we can bump up the intensity just a little bit to make sure we get rid of all that green. And then we're going to scale him up because we want him right about like there. Now what we need to do is separate all of his different lines. So now that I have the script right here, I'll be able to see where I need to cut every bit of this video in order to make sure all of his lines are cut into pieces. So the first one will be welcome to the Y-Files, where we explore the strange and mysterious and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ. So once we hear that part, we need to cut it.
Files where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ.
Oh, that's his first line. So I'm going to highlight this and I'm just going to click on cut. All right. And now that I have that cut, I'm going to drag it over because this will be the speaking part of Hecklefish right here. So I just need to cut this into all the separate pieces in order to make room for Hecklefish's speaking parts. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all of these lines and I'll be right back. Okay guys, now as you can see, I have all of my lines separated according to the script for AJ. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and bring in Hecklefish onto the timeline. Now before I cut this one into different parts according to the script, I do want to do one thing while I have this whole video. I want to come up here to effects and I'm gonna click on under the effects tab and I'm gonna choose the fisheye. I'm gonna drag that effect onto Hecklefish's part. We want to make him look like he's actually in the fishbowl, and when you look at a goldfish inside a fishbowl, he has that sort of warped fisheye look to him. So we want to make it look like he's actually inside the goldfish bowl instead of us just putting him on top of the goldfish bowl. Remove background and do the same thing. Click on chroma key, click on that green right there, and then we're just gonna scale him down. So we're gonna place him somewhere by the fishbowl and then scale down until he looks like he's inside of the fishbowl. That's good right there. And now what I can do is just go ahead and cut him into different parts.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right after he says that. And now I'm gonna drag it over here. Let me unmute AJ's part and we can listen and make sure it's lined up.
Unbelievable. I'm AJ.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
Sure, Hecklefish. If by brains you mean the guy who thinks...
So as you can see, now it's starting to take shape and you guys can see how it's coming together. Now let me go ahead and cut Hecklefish's parts down according to the script and I'll be right back. They now have dialogue all the way back and forth. Let's come back to the media tab and we need to add in our silent animation. The way that I do it is I line it up where when AJ stops speaking and it's cut, I'm gonna select his silent clip and I'm gonna click on delete left. Okay, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna line it up with once he starts speaking again. Right here you see it's lined up with this clip and I'm gonna click on split. And I'm just gonna keep doing that all the way throughout. Okay guys, now if I scroll through this video, you'll see that AJ is on screen at all times because I filled in all the gaps with his silent part. And so the only thing left to do is to do the same thing for Hecklefish. So I'll bring in his silent animation right above his talking parts. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing. Okay guys, now that I have filled in all of those gaps with his silent animation, I should now be able to play the video and they're gonna have their dialogue all the way through and it should look perfect.
Welcome to the Y Files, where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
Sure, Hecklefish. If by brains you mean the guy who thinks the moon is...
Now the only thing left to do is to add in our background footage. And for that, what I did was I went over to Vecteezy, one of my favorite websites. Click on this drop down box and click on videos. Type in Bermuda Triangle. Click on the license type over here on the left hand side and it's going to drop down, and then you want to check on free license. That way any of these videos that pop up you'll be able to use in your video completely for free. So these type of animated videos are going to be perfect for the B-roll stock that we're going to add into the background of our video. So I'm just going to go ahead and download a couple more of these and I'll meet you back in CapCut. Alright guys, now as you can see, I have added in the B-roll footage, and all you're going to do is add it in at the top of the timeline. And that way you can place this B-roll footage in the perfect spots. For example,
Mysteries of the 20th century. The Bermuda Triangle. Ships vanishing. Planes disappearing. And compasses going haywire. Is it aliens? Government experiments? Or just bad weather?
Ooh, I vote aliens. It's always aliens.
Not so fast, Hecklefish.
You're just going to keep on adding in those videos that we got from Vecteezy. Strategically, you don't want to put too much because you also want to cut back to AJ and Hecklefish. And you want to have a nice mixture of that to keep your viewers entertained. And the final step is going to be adding some background music. I've uploaded videos before that I've used music from CapCut and I ended up getting copyrighted. So better to be safe than sorry, and just come over here to YouTube and use your Creator Music Studio, and you're just gonna make sure you choose forever under license duration, and then for price make sure you have it selected on 0, so that way all of these songs are going to be free to download and use in your videos. Then all I did was type in Mysterious right here, and I was able to find some really good background music like this one. Just click on download track, bring that back over to CapCut, and that's gonna really set the mood for this video. So now that we have our background music and all of our B-roll footage, we can go ahead and check out the final product.
Welcome to the Y Files, where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. I'm AJ.
And I'm Hecklefish, the brains of the operation.
Sure, Hecklefish. If by brains you mean the guy who thinks the moon is made of cheese.
Hey, I'm just saying, nobody's ever brought me a moon rock to prove me wrong.
Anyway, today we're diving into one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century, the Bermuda Triangle. Ships vanishing, planes disappearing, and compasses going haywire. Is it aliens, government experiments, or just bad weather?
Ooh, I vote aliens. It's always aliens.
Not so fast, Hecklefish. Let's start with the facts. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. Over the years, dozens of ships and planes have reportedly vanished without a trace.
Dun dun dun!
Some say it's a portal to another dimension. Others blame underwater alien bases. But here's the thing, scientists have a much simpler explanation. Turns out, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. Combine that with unpredictable weather, strong currents, and human error, and you've got a recipe for disaster.
Oh, sure. Blame the humans. Next, you'll tell me Bigfoot is just a guy in a furry suit.
Well, actually...
Don't even start, AJ. I've seen the footage. That guy's got moves.
All right, let's wrap this up. While the Bermuda Triangle is fascinating, the truth is probably less exciting than the myths. But hey, that's why we're here, to separate fact from fiction.
And to remind everyone that aliens are definitely real, right, AJ?
We'll save that for another episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember,
Stay curious, stay skeptical, and always bring snacks for your local Hecklefish.
Alright guys, now that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Hopefully it helped you out and got your creative juices flowing. If you think outside the box, you could come up with some pretty cool ideas in order to use Adobe's avatar features to create some really cool animated cartoons. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.